Coronation of beloved St Germain. Beloved hearts, tonight I bring to you the best description a soldier can offer of exquisite garments, pageantry, and perfection, which I feel the ladies of heaven would do it better justice. But in discussing the subject, they said, as the idea was born in your heart, you now develop it the best you can. I hope, therefore, you have patience with me in another new endeavour. It seems these days are filled with new ideas and endeavours, in heaven and on earth, which forms opportunities that arise from spontaneous souls and enthusiasms that come from blessed hearts, and provides occasions when we can merge spiritual and human energies to the furthering of cosmic causes. Today, we are again blessed and benefited by such a cosmic merger. Not for 14,000 long years has the ceremony of a cosmic coronation in heaven been celebrated at the same instant by embodied life streams. Not for 14,000 years has the veil of Morya been thin enough for the outer consciousness of individuals to perceive the truth of the inner mystic ceremonies with sufficient clarity, faith, confidence and trust to put into action in the physical appearance world the necessary activities to complement the inner occasion. When men and women, yet part of the earth life, are able to join consciously in the activities of God's kingdom, it shows how thin the veil of Morya has become. Do you see what the violet flame and your activities over the past 20 years has accomplished by creating a channel of conscious service and communion with those of us who are now in the light of heaven? It should be a cause for extreme encouragement in your world, as it is a cause for joy and rejoicing in ours. The beloved Mahashohan counselled me carefully this evening and said, Beloved Morya, let us have no lessons or sermons this night. Keep it a happy and joyous occasion, and restrain yourself from using it as an opportunity to fulfill a purpose. So I bring to you the joy of Shamballa. Shamballa, that beautiful city of light, where you have returned many times after your earth life, bringing the harvest of your energy. Shamballa, from whose blazing heart you went forth as messengers of light, carrying the vision of the King and the blessing of his holy providence into the world of form. Shamballa, from whence came the angelic beings who have guarded and protected every messenger who has brought to fruition a glorious plan. Shamballa, the name itself stirs the spirits of those who belong to us. Tonight in Shamballa, one of the greatest friends of earth is to receive his due reward. An individual who has had such faith and confidence in mankind for so many centuries that even the great karmic boards stand in amazement at his constancy, trust, and belief of the ultimate goodness of his brothers and sisters and those whom he has lived to serve. Tonight, every heart in heaven, every angel, every elemental, every cosmic being and Davic Lord is happy beyond words to give honour to the new King, to the great being who is freedom to this earth and all upon it. Ah, our hearts are happy. Those of us who have stood by his side and have seen his successes and his failures. We have seen the earnestness and the sweetness of his presence. We have looked into the beautiful softness of his eyes. We have known the dreams and visions that he endeavoured often to share with mankind. Tonight, we are truly grateful that he shall receive cosmically his crown. We are truly grateful that in some small measure our life energy may have sustained the success of his endeavour which seemed due to fail. We are grateful that the handful of you within this room have responded to his heart. and who have followed the vibrations of his very self and have walked upon the waters, not in vain. For all of you, we are eternally grateful. 14,000 years ago, beloved Kuan Yin received a similar coronation. She received a similar crown as the Chohan of the seventh ray until the beloved St Germain was ready. At that time in Peking, 7 individuals were conscious of that coronation. Tonight, the Great Peking Retreat is open for the month and the transmission flame is honoured there. You in Philadelphia, who are many more in number, pick up the vibration of that early age and reenact the coronation of the new king. He will reign in the full authority of the flame of transmutation, the flame of divine alchemy, the flame of resurrection, the flame of resuscitation, and the perfection of energy. It is an age of opportunity and an age of hope, because it is an age when the violet flame is vested with the authority to change the quality of energy to make all things right. In the age that is now closing, mankind were for the most part able to adore, love and worship God, and receive a certain amount of mastery and peace in such worship. But in the present age, mankind comes to maturity and works with the Father by wielding the flame of transmutation. It naturally finds its mutual pulsation through the student body and those who are acquainted mentally, even to a small degree, with the power of the flame. As the weeks and months increase into years, you will feel the authority of the violet flame anchored into your feeling world, and you will begin to know the power that is yours to make things right. This is the cosmic moment when the authority from the great central sun and the physical sun will drive through the violet flame and make it the predominant vibration for the planet. You will see in the efficacy of the use of the violet flame from this night forth what it means when the power of the cosmos and the universal acts with all the intensity of its mighty being in every endeavour to transmute energy through divine alchemy. Your days and experience will prove me right. Shamballa in the etheric realm is connected to the mainland by a beautiful marble bridge. On top of it are carved figures like exquisite cherubim and seraphim, beautifully and finely done by the most exquisite workmen in the ages that have been. When the physical structure of that bridge decayed and returned into the sands of the Gobi Desert, the perfect etheric counterpart was retained. A mystic etheric sea of blue sapphire flows under it, which is similar to the original Gobi Sea that dashed its waves against the Himalayan mountain range those many centuries ago. The procession started over the bridge at 6 o'clock your time into the golden city of Shamballa, where each temple is domed with golden light, and each of the 7 rays are honoured by their own individual series of temples. The great white temple of beloved Sanat Kumara stands in the centre, elevated above the rest. The 7 mighty Elohim began the procession over the bridge, followed by beloved Sanat Kumara as the presiding hierarch and the Lord of the world. Beloved Sanat Kumara is wearing all the garments of authority, the mitre upon his head and the staff of authority in his hand. He is followed by the beloved Buddha, who in the coming ages will succeed him. Then comes beloved Lord Maitreya, representing the office of the Cosmic Christ, and he is carrying the sceptre of dominion and power which will be given to beloved St Germain as a symbol of the transfer of the authority from the 6th ray to the 7th. Following them came the mighty archangels with their beloved archai and the members of their court. Following them are the members of the various kingdoms, the beloved Lord Mahashohan and the elemental kingdom, and the great beings who represent the 4 elements on the earth. Beloved Archangel Zadkiel comes with beloved holy amethyst upon his arm. Beloved Master Jesus, who will transfer the crown of light and authority, wears the golden robes of his office. They are encrusted with the beautiful white dove, which was prepared for him by the ladies of Mary. With him walks the beloved Mary. Many have come from other stars, galaxies and planets. There will be representatives from the great central sun. Beloved Helios and Vesta are coming in person. Also great devas and cosmic lords, whose names would mean nothing to you in the outer, are adding their light to the atmosphere of the earth. The music accompanying this exquisite procession is beyond words to describe. Handel's Messiah is being sung by the celestial, angelic and seraphic choirs. The entire city is surrounded by millions and millions of angelic beings who are drawn by the radiation of light and happiness. They desire to participate in any activity which is a worship of God. The disembodied life streams who are applying for the opportunity to re-embody are standing in the atmosphere over the central temple in the hope that at the crowning of beloved St Germain he will grant special requests as the initial pulsation of his mighty ray flows forth. They are presenting through a spokesman those from their ranks who are willing to serve beloved St Germain and the new era. It is arranged that beloved St Germain and beloved Portia come last in the procession so that the great central hall is completely occupied. Beloved Sanat Kumara is upon the high throne at the back of the altar. Below and right in front of him on a raised dais are the thrones for beloved St Germain and Portia. Standing to the right is beloved Master Jesus, smiling graciously, with an angelic being by his side holding the crown of authority. On the other side is the beloved Mahachohan, who is so happy and proud of his precious son. He is holding in his hand a sword which is symbolic of action, and he will present it to beloved Saint Germain. The sceptre is held by beloved Lord Maitreya, who will pass it to hand of beloved Saint Germain. It is requested that the coronation of beloved St Germain be at the lowest of the perfected levels, so that people in their etheric bodies could witness this activity and bring it back into their outer consciousness. What a person receives in their etheric consciousness is much more a part of his outer world than what he would receive in his causal or electronic body. That is why the ceremony is not performed in the heart of the sun. It is the responsibility of our beloved Saint Germain to lower the perfection from the seventh realm into the world of form. This will require the assistance of every one of us who are willing to put our shoulders to the wheel, for the resistance only comes when we make contact with the human consciousness. The enacting of this coronation in the etheric realm and the added opportunity which you have made possible by reenacting it in the physical appearance world at the same time will be an anchor. It will anchor the truth and acceptance of beloved Saint Germain. It will anchor his love and his works into the physical substance of the earth. It will anchor into the mental and emotional bodies of mankind, as well as into their etheric envelope. This is the importance of having unascended life streams participating in cosmic pageantry and cosmic drama. It is the fulfilling of the decree that you have said for centuries within the Lord's Prayer. Thy will be done on earth as it is being done in heaven. Tonight in heaven, the great Master Saint Germain is receiving the authority to proceed through the next 2,000-year period as the cosmic activity of the ceremonial ray of transmutation. Tonight, in the city of Philadelphia, through the bodies of unascended beings, the Master Saint Germain is being given the authority to proceed in the physical appearance world in like manner. It is a magnificent thing. How kindly and carefully we watch all your preparation. Many of us have stood by your side as you earnestly prepared the room, the throne, the crown, the sword, the sceptre, the floral tributes, and bringing forth the Maltese cross, which represents the electronic pattern of the Master we honour. And you're bringing forth on your persons as much beauty as possible to honour this blessed friend of light. Oh, beloved ones, sometimes you think because commendation is not always forthcoming in the world of form, that which you do is not seen. And yet that which you do, these little simple things done in love, are the things that build for you crowns for eternity. I have stood before the Lord of Karma, the Cosmic Board, the Mahachohan and Sanat Kumara, and I have said unascended beings will cooperate, will participate in these seemingly ephemeral affairs and ceremonies, if they are given the opportunity to do so. And you have again and again proved me right. Now we draw our attention to the heart of Shamballa and the ceremony. Beloved St Germain looks exquisite with the magnificent train carried by the beautiful angelic host. He has entered the doorway of Shamballa proper. The music ceases for a moment, and the entire group of masters, including beloved Sanat Kumara, rise. As they stand, it is a beautiful picture. Beloved St Germain and beloved Portia stand arm in arm at the threshold of a new era. An era of freedom, when all of beloved St Germain's hopes, wishes, and visions will be fulfilled. They begin the long and solemn march down the centre of the temple upon a beautifully designed purple carpet. Beloved Sanat Kumara, beloved Jesus, and the beloved Mahachohan are prepared to receive beloved St Germain as he takes his place upon his throne. From here he will govern the earth, all mankind, all elementals, and all angels for 2,000 years. The throne where he will receive you, each one, when your work is done, when you lay down your garments of flesh and return home. Beloved St Germain receives his crown first, as the great choir sings the spiritual words to the anthem, God Save the King. The students are joining in that anthem of love to beloved St Germain as they sing, O hail, thou power and majesty. Beloved Master Jesus places the crown upon the head of beloved St Germain, which confers the power and authority for the next 2,000 years to the friend of eternal freedom. Then, beloved Sanat Kumara steps to the front of the throne of light and receives the sceptre of dominion and power from beloved Lord Maitreya, which is then the magnetic power that flows through each succeeding ray during the 2,000 years of cosmic action. Beloved Sanat Kumara places the sceptre in beloved St Germain's hand. Now, the powers of the sun, the archangels, the devas, and the cosmos are focused from this moment on through the violet ray of freedom, beloved Master Germain, and his representatives. Then the beloved Mahachohan gives beloved St Germain the symbolic sword which represents the power of the Holy Spirit to activate any of the rays to bless the earth, mankind, and all life. Beloved St Germain stands and receives the first acclamation of all the hosts of heaven. It is an acclamation of the absolute silence. Beloved St Germain's head is bowed in prayer to the God that made all. Then the choir again sings the anthem of praise to the new authority in St Germain. The students sing America. Thank you, beloved ones. Your song did truly rise and join with those privileged to stand in the visible presence of this great friend of yours and mine. The first official act the beloved St. Germain performs after his acknowledgement of God and the spiritual hierarchy, is the raising of the crown and placing it upon the head of his beloved Portia. Then begins the procession and the offering of fidelity by every member of the Great White Brotherhood, in ordered rank, before the new king. Each one gives a gift of himself, a gift of some particular energy that has not previously been used or drawn forth. You are privileged to be the first group of unascended beings to stand before the throne of beloved St. Germain and to kneel before that throne in homage. Will you remember silently to make a gift of some action or restraint of action in your personal life to beloved St. Germain? Will you make this a permanent trust between you and beloved St. Germain? At the completion of your allegiance and dedication to the beloved St. Germain, as you send your voices forth decreeing for assistance for mankind, the great spiritual hierarchy will take that energy to petition for the mercy that the seventh ray alone can give. The procession of homage took 12 hours. I thank you for your part in this evening's performance. I thank you for your patience with me in my role as reporter. I thank you for your extreme depth of feeling and love for beloved St. Germain. I thank you, beloved Francis, and return you to your platform and service. El Morya.